Have you ever wondered why you seem stuck in the same place in life, unable to move forward? It's a question that resonates with many of us. We find ourselves running on a treadmill of monotony, caught in a loop of familiarity that feels safe and comfortable, yet unfulfilling. Our minds, like well-trodden paths, often stick to the same routes, the same patterns of thought and behavior. It's the path of least resistance, the one that requires the least effort. It's comfortable, but it's also stagnant, and the more we tread this familiar path, the deeper it becomes, and the harder it is to step off and forge a new one. But why do we do this? Why do we resist change, even when we yearn for something more? It's because change is scary. It's unknown, it's unpredictable, it's risky. It's easier to stay where we are, in the comfort of our known world, than to step out into the unknown. But here's the paradox. That very comfort, that very familiarity, is often the very thing that keeps us from moving forward. We cling to old hurts and fears like a safety blanket, even though they cause us pain. We hold on to old habits, old ways of thinking, even though they keep us stuck. We resist change, we resist growth, because it's easier to stay in our comfort zone than to venture out into the unknown. But the key to moving forward, to breaking free from this cycle of stagnation, is to recognize this state of mind for what it is. It's not a life sentence. It's not an unchangeable fact. It's just a pattern of thought, a habit of mind. And like any habit, it can be changed. So let's start there. Let's start by acknowledging the state of our mind, by recognizing the patterns that keep us stuck. Let's start by understanding that change, while scary, is also necessary for growth. Let's start by letting go of the baggage that holds us back. The truth is, to move forward, we must first let go of the baggage that holds us back. And that begins with understanding our state of mind. The hurt and pain we hold onto acts as anchors, keeping us from sailing forward in life. You see, we often cling to these feelings, not realizing that they are the very chains that bind us, preventing us from reaching our full potential. They are the shackles that weigh us down, grounding us in a reality that is far removed from the one we yearn for. Imagine your life as a vast, boundless ocean. Every experience, every emotion, every memory is a wave. Some waves are gentle, caressing the shoreline with a tender touch. These are the moments of joy, love, and peace. Other waves are fierce, crashing against the rocks with relentless force. These are the instances of hurt and pain. And just like waves, these feelings come and go. But when we clutch onto the hurt and pain, we create a storm within our ocean, a tempest that tosses us around, leaving us feeling lost and directionless. So how do we calm this storm? It begins with acceptance. Acceptance that the hurt happened, that the pain was real. It's not about forgetting or pretending it didn't happen. It's about acknowledging it for what it was, understanding it, and then, crucially, allowing yourself to move on. Next comes forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't about letting the person who caused the pain off the hook. It's about setting yourself free, releasing yourself from the prison of resentment and bitterness. It's about saying, "This happened and I choose to no longer let it control me." And finally, it's about learning. Every experience, good or bad, is a lesson. It's an opportunity for growth, a chance to become stronger, wiser. When we learn from our hurt and pain, we transform them into stepping stones, turning obstacles into opportunities. Remember, you are the captain of your ship. You have the power to raise the anchor, to let go of the hurt and pain that has been holding you back. It's not an easy journey, and it's okay to seek help along the way, but it is a journey worth embarking on. Releasing the grip on past hurt and pain is the first step towards a brighter future. And remember, the calm after a storm always brings with it a new beginning, a fresh start, a brighter horizon. Fear is a powerful emotion. It can paralyze us, keeping us from reaching our true potential. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff, peering down at the vast expanse below. It's dizzying, isn't it? This is what fear often feels like, a seemingly insurmountable obstacle that halts our progress, trapping us on the precipice of our potential. Fear is, in essence, a survival instinct. It's our body's natural response to the unknown, the unpredictable, the uncertain. It's what kept our ancestors safe from predators and other threats. But in our modern world, these primal fears have evolved into something more complex. We fear failure, we fear rejection, we fear change. And it's these fears that often prevent us from moving forward. We fear the unknown because it's uncertain. But remember, the unknown also holds the greatest potential for growth. It's where we find new opportunities, new experiences, and new perspectives. So, how do we conquer this fear of the unknown? The first step is acceptance. Acknowledge your fear. Don't try to suppress it or run away from it. It's okay to be afraid. It's a part of being human, but don't let it control you. Next, try to understand your fear. What is it that you're really afraid of? Is it failure? Is it rejection? Once you've identified the root of your fear, you can begin to address it. Finally, face your fear head on. Take that leap of faith. The first step is always the hardest. But remember, every journey begins with a single step. And with each step, you'll find that the fear that once seemed so overpowering begins to lose its hold over you. Fear is a powerful emotion, but it doesn't have to be a barrier. It can be a catalyst for change, a motivator for growth. It's a challenge that we must overcome, not a prison that holds us captive. Facing your fears head-on is a crucial step in moving forward in life. It's not about eradicating fear entirely, but about learning to navigate through it, using it as a compass to guide us towards our true potential. Our habits shape our lives more than we often realize. They are the silent architects of our existence, subtly guiding our actions, our thoughts, and our decisions. They are formed through repetition, through the small, seemingly insignificant actions we perform every day. And over time, these actions become our routines, our patterns, our habits. Imagine your mind as a dense forest. Each time you perform an action, you're carving a path through the wilderness. The more you repeat the action, the clearer and more well-trodden the path becomes. Eventually, it's the easiest route to take, the path of least resistance. Now consider the impact of these habits on your life. If your habits are positive, they lead to growth, happiness, and fulfillment. They're the paths through the forest that lead to clearings bathed in sunlight. But if your habits are negative, they can lead to stagnation, dissatisfaction, and regret. They're the paths that lead to shadowy, overgrown thickets. So how do we create new, positive habits? Firstly, start small. Big changes can be overwhelming, but small changes are manageable. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to take that first step. Secondly, consistency is key. Remember, habits are formed through repetition. It's not about making a huge effort once. It's about making a small effort consistently. Thirdly, be patient with yourself. Creating new habits is a process, and it takes time. There will be setbacks, but don't let them discourage you. Instead, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Lastly, make sure your new habits are aligned with your goals. If you want to be healthier, create habits that promote health. If you want to be more productive, create habits that increase productivity. Your habits should support your vision of your best self. By creating new habits, you set the stage for continued growth and progression. You're not just changing your actions, you're changing your life. So, remember, the power to shape your life is in your hands, in your daily actions, in your habits. Moving forward is not a destination, but a journey. A profound truth that echoes through the corridors of our existence. We've spoken about the importance of mindset, the necessity to let go of past hurt and pain, the courage required to face our fears, and the commitment to form new habits. Now, we venture forth into the journey of moving forward. In life, our paths are not linear. They twist and turn, rise and fall, in an intricate dance of progress and setbacks. But in this dance, every step we take, every move we make, even those that seem to lead us astray, forms part of our growth. Embrace this dance. Embrace the change. Change, often feared, is the very essence of life. It is the force that propels us out of our comfort zones, past our fears, and into a world of possibility. It is the catalyst that transforms old habits into new, healthier ones. Change is not our enemy, but our ally. It is the wind beneath our wings, lifting us higher, pushing us further, driving us towards a better future. Letting go of the past is not about forgetting. It's about taking the lessons learned, the wisdom gained, and using these to light our way forward. It's about releasing the anchors of hurt and pain and setting sail towards new horizons. Remember, it's okay to look back, but don't dwell there. Your future is not behind you, but ahead. Facing our fears is not about becoming fearless, but about knowing that our courage is stronger. It's about understanding that our fears do not define us, but rather, how we respond to them does. And creating new habits. That's not about changing who we are, but about becoming the best version of ourselves. So as we journey forward, let us do so with a heart full of courage, a mind open to change, and a spirit unyielding in its pursuit of progress. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. You have the power to shape your own journey.